I will also just do a bit of a disclaimer that my laptop has been weird as fuck for the past couple of days, so if I suddenly crash, then just expect it. It's been holding out all right, but just as a warning.
It's all the work. You're smashing out on it.
I mean, I took a 3-hour nap today, so I wouldn't say work.
Hey guys, welcome to the Nice Guys of Comedy podcast, with your hosts, Jack, Vincent and Nick Crooks. Oh, and by the way, they're from the north, that's the reason they sound that way.
To be fair, I've watched YouTube videos at work today.
Well, I actually this is how much of a stuck in a rut I have nothing to do with my life situation. I watched a 40-minute video yesterday on YouTube and then did an independent 1 hour of research about this female YouTuber in America who had all this drama, and I got ingrained in it, and it was all like I was checking out Twitter feeds to find tweets, TMZ articles. But one thing I did take away from it, apparently, when you put a title on YouTube, if you put like a YouTuber's name in the title, that video will come up in like that YouTuber's subscribers like recommended. So just for that, this episode is going to be Clickbait, Gabbie Hanna, whatever. Clickbait, Gabbie Hanna.
We're just going to hijack her page.
Yeah, well, she's got like 6 million subscribers. She's got drama popping off all over the shit. It could work. It could work.
Oh, God. Yeah, we'll piggyback on somebody else's fame and fortune.
I'd say I would say fame and fortune, and then question the fortune bit. But another video was her £2.5 million pound house. So I was like, yeah, she's definitely got the money. So yeah, that's definitely true. But yeah, so I've literally been doing fuck all other than that. I'm done with uni now, so I'm fucked.
Is that it? Is it all over?
Well, it's not all over. I've still got 2 years of study to go. But...
No, I didn't mean it like that's it. That's it. Is it all over? That's it. No, I meant, is it all over for this year?
For this year, yes. My actual last deadline day was today, but I couldn't. I already did the work, so I submitted it on Monday. So I was like, "Fuck it." I spent yesterday like updating my CV, and then I applied for a job in a funeral home.
Because business is booming. Is that the reason?
They've got shit ton of jobs going.
Oh God! I mean, it's horrible, but
it's absolutely horrendous. But what was more awkward is the one that's local to me. They filled the position, so I've not got it.
You never know. How old's the applicant? How old's the person that's got the job? You know, who's the business? I mean, it's quite. I don't know. It'd be quite cool.
Well, one of the jobs that was going that I actually wanted was a job in a morgue. I'd love a job in a morgue, but it turns out that you need qualifications for that. And I don't really think you knew, because like if someone comes in, what's the cause of death? Well, I'm pretty sure that blade that's still in there, that probably did it, if I'm honest. You don't need a degree for that.
You never know. I've watched a few CSIs. Sometimes it's not always the stab wound. It could be like blunt force trauma, to the head. So,
That's why they've not hired me. I've watched iZombie. That's as much as I know.
So you know nothing, because they hardly ever do any like autopsy stuff. It's literally how fast can we get the brain out, because Liv needs a lunch.
Yeah. Have you actually watched iZombie then?
Yeah, I watched it from start to finish.
That ending though, what the hell was that?
And I mean, it's good and bad.
Yeah. I really liked the first 2 seasons, and then for me it got confusing.
Well, it sloped a bit, and then it came back when like all the zombies. Fuck, I don't care if I spoil it for people. Spoilers. When like Fillmore Graves and that came into it, it were a bit more like it had a bit more of a story then. Yeah.
It took a different turn, as in like what the story was. It changed its genre.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. I actually think Ravi was a brilliant character.
Mm-hmm. My favourite.
Sick. Absolutely brilliant acting from him. And to be fair, Liv, she wasn't too bad.
I actually like Donnie.
Yes!
Good character, Donnie.
Do you want to know my favourite claim to fame? He once liked a tweet of mine. The actor,
nice.
not the character, obviously.
Not like Donnie, you're rocking up on a tweet.
Yeah, no, I think he's sick. It really irritated me that he only became like a main character in the last season. Like he was always in the background, but he was never like a main character. I think he was sick. The Blaine character, he was a good baddie, but that actor's been in absolutely everything, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's one of them that you see in the back, so and you're like, oh, he's in iZombie, or he's in that, and he's in that. He's one of them.
Because I remember first seeing him in. Did you ever watch Heroes?
Yeah.
He was in the second season of Heroes.
Yeah, he's been in like them sort of series. Is that's what he's been in?
And he always seems to be playing a British character, but he's actually American, which I found weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is. I did like it though, and obviously with lockdown, all I've pretty much been doing is been watching TV shows, films, and all that bad jazz. To be honest.
Yeah, there's some good stuff out there. Have you watched Van Helsing then?
The Hugh Jackman film?
No. I mean that's all right, but I'm like Van Helsing, Vanessa Helsing.
No.
Netflix. Oh, Jack, give that season a watch. That series
a
watch. It is like I hang on every episode. That's how good it is.
Oh wow, that's a big claim.
That is a big. You'll watch it. You're into your sort of like supernatural stuff. Yeah, we're talking vampires in the modern world. Bosh. But not some of that gay shit. Not like the originals or fucking Twilight. You know, we're not talking gay shit like that.
Do you know the film, the TV show, The Originals, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know it was a spin-off of a different TV show, and I watched like 2 episodes and was like, am I missing something?
Yeah, I did the exact same thing. I started to enjoy the originals, but then it started to get to a point where it was. It started to get to a point where they were making stuff up, and I was like, "What's going on?" Because this is the weirdest show ever.
Yeah.
You all hate him. You all hate Klaus for what reason? Why? You've just come into the show straight away. And you hate him, but with no explanation to why you hate him.
I was the exact same, but I because of that, I couldn't watch anymore because I was like,
I
probably need
watched
to
about 4 episodes. I got to about 4 and was like, this is weird.
No,
So
I haven't watched it. What I'm currently watching at the moment is Black Lightning. Currently watching that on Netflix.
Have you only just started watching it? I think I'm in season 2. The end of season 2? I'm quite close to the end.
See, the thing is, I never was really into it, but I watch all of like Arrow, Flash, and all them, and I'm currently catching up on all of them. And
Did a crossover, no?
Well, this is the thing. They do a big crossover, and then apparently at the end of the crossover, it brings Black Lightning to be in the main universe. Yeah, so I was like, oh, I'm probably going to start watching that. So at the moment, I'm catching up with Black Lightning to kind of then start carrying watching that. Weirdly enough, speaking about them shows, have you watched that Batwoman?
I only started watching it because I knew the crossover were coming.
Well, the actress who plays Batwoman, Ruby Rose, has announced today that she's actually leaving the show, but they're actually carrying the show on, so they're recasting.
I wonder why though, because the DC is my interpretation of it is that Marvel rock at the movies. Right, but they are dog shit at the series.
Yes.
Right, and question me on that, people. I will fight you all day.
Yeah.
I enjoyed 3 episodes of Luke Cage. I enjoyed 0 Daredevil.
Thank you! You are literally the only person I've ever met not to enjoy Daredevil. I hate it too. No, it's not a good show.
It was... The first 2 episodes were average at best.
Yes.
Because I was thinking, really, he wasn't even that well trained. And he's thinking, I know what I'll do. I'm blind. I've not got like any superpower apart from the fact that I can see.
Yes.
So he's not got anything other than anybody else. Like, he's not like... Even like we were dissing Hawkeye in the last episode. Yes. Even Hawkeye can hit a target from like anywhere Daredevil is just a bloke who so happens to be blind, and he's got some radar shit that doesn't help him apart from the fact that he can see.
Yes, which majority of people can.
Yeah, there you go.
And
he gets the shit kicked out of him in the first fucking episode.
The best thing about the Daredevil show was Foggy, because he was funny.
Yeah.
The Marvel shows on Netflix, for me, the best one is Jessica Jones.
Yeah, I didn't watch it all, but I get why the reasoning behind it. It was a bit more dark.
Yes. First season, brilliant, fantastic. And then, controversially, the second one for me is Iron Fist.
That is controversial, because one episode in, I thought, what the fuck is this? Like, he punches, but yeah, he's got to recharge that. He can't use it twice. You're joking. What the fuck? That's like me having a gun with one bullet. There we go. Sorry, I spent that.
Oh, and I missed. Shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it's good because he can like disrupt the shit, can't he? He can like punch it to the floor, create like a little earthquake and stuff. It's good, but then he's absolutely exhausted. He can't even like really continue the fight. Someone get this boy a Big Mac because he's on his ass.
But yeah, for me, it went to Iron Fist. And I agree, it is massively flawed. And the weird brother system, anyway, it was a weird show.
Although I will admit that the story of like him going, is it like to Japan or wherever?
No, it's to the Himalayan mountains.
Yeah, I knew it was something like, yeah. I only watched one episode, Jack. I'm not fully into the story, but I thought that could be something. But then I thought, am I watching it just for that? Just to find out the origin of it?
Yeah. Which, to be fair, they don't reference again throughout really the show at all. So
I'm fucking glad that I stopped at one then.
Well, I only saw the first season, and then the third one for me was Luke Cage. The best thing out of Luke Cage was the cop, and she was the best one. And then for me, it went Daredevil, then Luke Cage. Sorry, I thought Luke Cage was horrendous, but I didn't really like Luke Cage at all. That whole sort of 4-show thing wasn't good. But you are completely right. Marvel don't shit TV shows.
Yeah. The only thing I liked about Luke Cage is him and Jessica Jones were pretty much the only superheroes.
Other than the guy with a glowing fist, but yeah.
Yeah, but Luke Cage can get battered for eternity. This guy uses a punch in a second. If he mistimes that punch, he's screwed, isn't he?
Completely agree. I thought it was them two were the best characters, but so I'm assuming that you never actually watched The Defenders then?
No, and I watched Punish. No, I didn't watch Defenders because I thought, well, it's got two of the series that I definitely despise in it, so I'm going to find a problem with it down the line.
Yeah.
No, in fact, I watched it where they met them, they like linked them up.
Right.
To the bit, and then I thought, I can just tell this is going to be terrible.
Yes, it wasn't great. It wasn't fun. Weirdly enough, I think the best thing out of it was the villain. I can't remember her name, but it was Sigourney Weaver. She was quite good in it, but the rest of it was shit. So
what they did was they brought in a massive actress to bypass how shit the show was.
Pretty much. Hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. We'll put a load of money into this by getting Sigourney Weaver. Into it
and get some viewers just because of Sigourney Weaver. But yeah, I will say then it's Punisher as well. I watched the first season of that and it was a struggle. Like I wasn't enthralled.
Well, I enjoyed that the most because the character were a bit more believable.
Yeah, and they act it. Is it John Bernthal? How he says his name?
Yeah,
he is a brilliant actor. I think he's fantastic.
Like, I like the bit where he's on the construction site and he beats the shit out of all them guys and he just drops them into the concrete. I mean, that's a spoiler. That's but we've pretty much trashed these shows, so the chance of you watching them now is slim.
I also feel like this podcast has become spoiler alert because we just spoil everything.
I mean, we talked about what we're going to talk about, but I think we're on a good track here about talking about shit we don't like.
Yeah. So, crack on. Marvel television, shit. Although, actually, I was about to say but did you ever watch that Runaways?
No, that was on Fox as well, isn't it? So I could have watched it, but
it's now if you've got Disney Plus, it's on there.
Has he got Bill from True Blood in? I'm trying to think. Is he the dad? I'm trying to think what his name is. Did you watch True Blood?
As in Bill Compton from True Blood?
Yes.
Yeah, he's not in it.
He was in a Marvel one.
Was
I'm just
he?
yeah.
I don't remember. I'm pretty a Marvel like.
It might be a superhero thing. I'm
Are
definitely
you
gonna
thinking of Oh shit! What's his name? Oh, are you thinking of the original Doctor? Not Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom from the Fantastic Four.
I don't know. No, that's what do you call it?
From Nip Tuck.
Yeah. No.
You're thinking of the Gifted. I just googled it.
Yeah, the Gifted. Yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking of the Gifted.
Is that a Marvel thing?
It is. Yeah, that was the X-Men. That
That's
never watched it.
No, me neither. I remember seeing the advert.
Although weird fact, I'm a bit of a huge nerd, and there's a convention in London that they used to have called Heroes and Villains Fest, and it was all the actors and stuff like that from like Flash and Arrow and all that sort of jazz. And I went down a couple of years in a row, and the second year that I went, they had their people from The Gifted there, and there were one guy who had his own stall of all these people queuing. I'd never watched a show, and I didn't know anything, but I bumped into him in the toilets, and everyone were like, "Oh my god, it's so and so," and I was like, "No idea who you're talking about." I just took a piss next to him, like.
Yeah, he had a big dick. That's all I can tell you.
I wouldn't know. But yeah, I've never watched that one. I always thought I would because I was always more of an X-Men kid, but never watched it. But now I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah. I knew I'd seen it somewhere that he was the dad of one of the Gifted kids.
Yeah, no, the Runaways. I was so excited about the Runaways because the Runaways was the first TV show that came out where I'd read the comics before. All the others like Spider-Man and all that sort of stuff. I've obviously watched a TV show or a film or a game and then read the comics, whereas this was the other way around, and I was really excited for it. And then I watched the first season and I was bitterly disappointed. From the promo of the next two seasons, I'm fairly confident that the big twist that happened in the comics still hasn't happened, which is really infuriating. So, but I can't say if it has or hasn't because I haven't watched it yet. So.
Yeah. So when you watch it and you are disappointed because it doesn't happen,
yes,
you're going to be even more annoyed now.
What more do you need from a TV show where the group of friends has a pet dinosaur? Because come on, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's alright.
But yeah, no, Marvel does shit TV shows, but dominate.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Get the same sort of people to do your TV shows, and you'll win everything.
You'll have that.
DC, you need to do it the other way around.
Yeah, you need to actually write a good film
because the films are crap.
Yeah, it is. Like, have you heard about the Snyder Cut with the Justice League film?
No.
So the Justice League film came out and has been absolutely horrendous because it was, but they had to change directors halfway through. I believe because the directors had a family death. When I say a family, I think their kid died. Like, it was really, really, really bad. So the director had to leave halfway through. So they brought someone in, but the person who brought it in was the director of the original Avengers, Joss Whedon.
Oh yeah.
So that's why there's the feeling that the Justice League film was a bit more, I don't want to say cartoon, but a bit more happy friendly. But apparently this Zack Snyder, who directed the first film, the Justice League film originally, has a much darker film. So there's a big petition to get that one released, and that's just resurfaced in the last couple of days as well. So, and part of me is like, just let it lie, get rid of all these DC films, wait 5 years and start again.
Yeah. Because, to be fair, the only one that I actually enjoyed was Aquaman.
Sorry about that. I've not even seen it.
It's good. It's all right. That's as much as I can sort of tell you.
The only one so I've seen Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
And the Justice League. I think they're the only two that I've seen.
I'd recommend giving Aquaman a watch because I actually did enjoy it.
I do like Jason Momoa. He's a really good actor. And that's the one that I actually want to watch.
Yeah, I think I enjoy it more because he's not like the comic. You know, he's big and like basically shows up and everyone respects him and you know.
Yeah. Oh no, I tell a lie. I've also seen Suicide Squad.
What a pile of shit that is.
I have Suicide Squad. I think is stupid. You can get rid of the Joker. Get rid of that character out of that film. He's not needed. And the film just carries on just as normal.
The thing is, it's like they went, right, I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll get Will Smith and Margot Robbie, and then we'll just get some reject members.
Yeah.
So we'll just get some not reject actors, but we'll get a little less known actors.
Well, no, basically it's like, shit, we've blown the budget on these two.
Yeah.
Or also Jared Leto, like, he is a big actor, so he would have cost a lot. It's cost a lot for these. Although one thing I would say about Suicide Squad, Viola Davis, who plays Amanda Waller, was massively underused because she is a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
She's a really good actor.
Well, Amanda Waller in the DC programs is a lot better. She's a lot more, I say what goes, blah, 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 stick it up your ass. I'm in charge sort of character.
Quotes as well, aren't they?
Yeah, that's exactly what she says. I mean, she looks at Oliver Queen and she goes, "You might be a prick with a bow and arrow, but I'm in charge." That's her words.
Can you imagine the next... I know that Arrow's now ended, but can you imagine the next season of Arrow being written by Nick Crooks?
It'd be a lot darker, I can tell you that. Because Arrow would die in the first episode. Oliver Queen, he's not deflecting a bullet, is he? Bosh. Do you know who's killed him? An average redneck that he stumbled along in a car park.
What is it with you and bow and arrow superheroes? Like, do you just not like that? What's you and Robin Hood? What's your issue with Robin Hood?
Nothing. But we're talking before guns were made, weren't we? Like, Robin Hood, the bow and arrow, if you're good with it, fine. You know, you're at an advantage. You're good with the bow and arrow today? No. You know, there's a gap.
I'd quite like to learn archery because there's a lot of strength in that.
Oh yeah, the physical aspects of it, yeah. But the fact is, we're having a battle, and you've brought a bow to a gunfight.
Well, I'll tell you this, right? You know what? When lockdown's over, I'm going to organise you versus an archer, and we'll see who wins.
What, am I having a gun?
No, just you. Also, yeah, I like how you think you're such a badass that you could have a really good gunmanship. Have you ever shot a gun?
Yes.
Well.
See, yes. Do you want me to go get my certificate from upstairs and my T-shirt that I nailed? I will, to prove a point.
What? Okay, bring this back. Why have you got a T-shirt saying that you're a good gunman?
Because I went to Prague, right? And you're allowed to fire guns there.
Right.
So we went for my mate's stag do, and he was like, bring some money.
I was just about to say, this is for a stag do, isn't it?
Yes. He said, bring some money, we're going to fire some guns. So I took a shitload of money with me, because I wanted to fire the best guns. Right? Oh. I've never shot a gun before, so I thought, here we go. So I paid for the beginner package, because I thought, ease myself into the afternoon. We've had a few beers, we were drinking heavily on the bus, on the way there. We showed up in a field, with a shed.
Oh my god.
Right. And some little like shooting huts, little ranges. Yeah. We got there. Now the package was like just like a handgun, just a normal like American police issue handgun, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Like, is it like, well, fuck knows. I'm not gonna insult them by getting it wrong. AK-47, M16, a Dragunov sniper, and a combat shotgun.
The thing is, right, so I think it must be a staple thing then when you go to a stag do that you go to a shooting range. It must be a thing, because I've done it. It's just that mine was in Newcastle. So it's not exactly the same thing, and then it's in Prague. And we got two guns. One was a handgun, and I can't remember what the other one was. But I know that the handgun, that we had this, like, a target that we had to shoot, and I remember being really confused why I wasn't shooting it. But then it turns out that the gun they gave me had no ammo in it. And I was like, oh, well.
So he was clocking the gun back and nothing.
So I'm there going like, what's going on? Ammo ran out. I remember as well that when the ammo then went in the gun, you got 5 shots. So obviously you did your 4 shots, but then your last shot, you wanted to be gangster, so you did it you went on the side. And that makes aiming worse. Why is that done? That's just shit.
Yeah, you can't do it that way. No. You cannot do it. I'll tell you something about the AK-47. Horrible gun to fire. Horrible. I don't know how little kids fire them.
Welcome to Nick Crooks' TED Talks on armed forces.
No, but all I'm saying is give that kid an M16 and you win in the fight. Give him an AK-47. No wonder he can't hit shit. He's like a stormtrooper. I was literally like a stormtrooper firing that gun. And the thing is, the casings fire out that fast towards your face. They were burning my cheek on the way out. Like, bam, bam, bam. I was like, I used up my 10 bullets and was like, he was like, do you want to buy more bullets for that? I was like, no. Come on. We'll leave that there, thank you. But I'll have another 30 rounds in the M16.
And that, in my head, you're doing this, but you've still got a tinny in your hand, so you're like proper redneck.
No, you weren't allowed in the little shooting hut that was built with a bit of 2x4. You weren't allowed in that little area.
But you just left it outside and waiting for a on the way.
I mean, on my way to the combat shotgun area, I had a swig and then absolutely annihilated this metal target with a combat shotgun.
Oh,
they're quite powerful. They just shove you back a foot like.
Oh shit! I want to go proper shooting now.
Yeah,
although, speaking about having like weapons thing on a lad's thing, have you ever gone axe throwing?
No, but I've seen them. There's a lot of videos on Facebook, isn't there, at the minute?
So, weirdly enough, the same guy who Stag Do I went shooting with, we went axe throwing. I'm sensing a theme here. We went for his 30th. Excuse me, we went axe throwing. That is fucking fun, right? But it's harder than you think. Like, I was like, oh, you just throw it and then that'd be great. But, like, there's a whole targeting system. And, like, there's the first one that we did, like, no one was really getting it. But once you get into the swing of it, it was fun. And then there were a bit where we'd finished, because they did this little tournament thing where we all played against each other. I didn't win. We all got beaten by the only girl who was playing, which was quite embarrassing. But, right. Which is it was really weird as well, because she was the lowest scorer throughout, and then just somehow shot through the ranks, and then like she was even shocked that she won. So anyway, but at the end of it, she's like, "All right, you've still got 5 minutes left. Do you guys want to try throwing 2 axes at once?" And literally everyone went, "Obviously."
Yeah, no one's gonna go. No, actually,
give you 5 minutes.
We didn't think we'd be doing 2 axes today, so we don't want to do it. Thanks.
Yeah, it was like, yeah. So I was proud of myself. I got 2 into the thing at the same time, and then we did at the end of it. We did this one thing where you threw them backwards. Yeah, that's not fun. That's where axes fly all over shit. Went nah.
Yeah, that's where I'd trim an ear. You know? Oh fuck! I've lost the ear.
I would recommend it though. Axe throwing was so much fun.
Well, I like anything like that. Like I literally had a hard on while I was firing the guns. I can see why Americans, want the gun rights keeping, because guns don't kill people, Jack. People kill people. America, get me as your spokesperson. I'll sit.
Okay, so here's the question then. So the UK has passed a law that means you can have guns. Would you have a gun?
Yes.
Okay, they haven't passed a law to say it, but would you vote in favour of it?
No.
Okay.
Because the idea is that, people do kill people, and it's fucking a lot easier with a gun, innit?
Yeah.
I've just described how easy it is with an M16. Someone walks in my house with an M16, the whole family's dead, unless I've got an M16, because I'm a better shot.
That afternoon in Prague, so you're an expert.
Well, look. Pick it up, go out, shoot him in the hand, let it drop to the floor. Pick it up, go on, I dare you. Bang! Another one as he picks it up. You'll let me pick it up or what? Yeah. Pick it up, go on, pick it up. Pick it up, man.
This now explains so much why every time that I see you are online on PlayStation, it is always playing Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. In all fairness, though, I don't use the M16 on that because it's shit, and I use the AK-47 because I'm good with it. How weird's that? In real life, dog shit gun. In the game, easy.
Oh, it's almost as if it's not actually real.
Yeah.
That was the Nice Guys of Comedy podcast with Jack, Vincent and Nick Crooks, recording from their own home and heavily fucking edited. Follow them at I am Jack the end of Nick Crooks Comedy, why don't ya? #NiceGuys.